Hey everybody, welcome to another episode in 0 Day Studios. Whew, man, was watching some videos earlier this morning and realized, man, rock and roll as a whole, right? The and all its subgenres, all that stuff has to put in all the work, like hard. Like you look at all these reality-based shows, right? You got America's Got Talent, American Idol, X Factor, all these other ones where they're showcasing pop, country, easier stuff. They get an automatic pass. Yes, you win. Here's $1 million. Let's just throw money at you. Whilst we have to put in all the hard work, hours upon hours upon hours of doing these things, and for what reason? For what purpose? To make the music, right? It's all about the music. Of course, it's about the music. Bills still got to get paid. Let's be real. Let's be real. Bills need to get paid. So, why is it like that after Sabbath, after the late great passing of, the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne? Safe travels, Ozzy. That we still struggle to be accepted. I'm sure more of your radio-friendly rock, metal is still, widely accepted. Poison, Ozzy's solo career and such. Uh, you weren't going to pop on your favorite local radio station and hear, Don't Be Nothing But a Good Time by Poison and then hear Raining Blood by Slayer. So is it just the subgenres? The death metal, deathcore, all those other ones that are a little bit more aggressive get the bad rap? That they got to put in a hard work? So if I do a solo project and I tell my bass player, just ride the root notes, let the guitarist do all the work, that maybe it would be a little bit more palatable on the tongue, maybe? I don't know. It seems like a lot of shenanigans to me. I think, everybody says hard work pays off, right? Well, when does it pay off? When does that happen? I don't know. Maybe I'm bitter because there are more country pop shows that get more acceptance than anybody else. And country's fine. Old school country, Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, all the classics. Not this modern stuff. I don't know. Nothing against Jelly Roll and all those guys that do that kind of stuff, because blending genres is kind of cool and it has its place and it's neat. I just don't get it. And maybe that's because I'm of an old school mentality when it comes to things like that, It's weird, but I like to fancy myself as a bit of an evolutionist. My tastes are ever changing and growing and expanding, but I can't seem to look... I'm going to call him out. I can't seem to look at somebody who was covered in, prison tats on his face, basically. I'm sure I'll get called out for that one. And then he's up there and he's got this beautiful, soulful voice. And he does. He's a great singer. Nothing against you, Jelly Roll. Don't come at the young guys. Don't come at the little guys that are trying to come up in the world. But it's jarring. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. But it's weird to me. It's weird to see something that looks like it should be one way and then you hear something different. Like, look at Ghost. Looks like that band would go hard AF. I'm sure I'll get called out for that one too. So it's weird. It's weird to me. Now, when an artist, a musician, says, I've had enough, and totally flips genres, right? A guitarist from Cannibal Corpse did that at one point in time. Actually, I think he's still doing it. He left the band, and I think he's playing small dive bars, playing country. Yeah. Darius Rucker. There's another one. Remember Hootie and the Blowfish? Yeah, he went country. What about Aaron Lewis from Stained? Yeah. He went country. Maybe they're onto something. I don't know. I'll tell you this about Stained. I love Mike Mushak. I think the whole band was great. I got tired of hearing about Aaron Lewis bitching and complaining about his mother and all this other stuff. Like, I'm sorry you had a hard life. I'm sorry, if those things happened to you. But I just didn't want to hear it in every song. Like, give me more Mud Shuffle, I don't know. And it's fine. You want to change genres. I mean, more power to you. You want to be country star? Go be a country star. Cool. Do it. Here's where I start to have a little bit more of a problem. You forget where you came from. Yeah. Darius Rucker, though, Hootie and the Blowfish, he kind of still had the same flair, because Hootie and the Blowfish, I mean, it wasn't rock in the sense, it was more like an easy listening, kind of like a pop rock. I don't even know. It was a weird time for music when they came out, that's for sure. Aaron Lewis, come on, guy. Now I know Stained still does things every once in a great while. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. It always boggles my mind when you see an artist do that, because then you're going, okay, how many bills do you have now that you need to go somewhere else? Oh, it drives me up a wall. It drives me up a wall. Anyways, thanks for chiming in. This is a quick little short. I just had to get it off my head because there are so many reality shows where they showcase a singer doing their thing, and if it's country, they literally just throw money at them. If it's rock and roll, like, why do we get stuck doing all the hard work ourselves? There's a feeling in that, though. There's a feeling in it. You did it. You didn't need no Simon Cowell or anybody else behind you telling you what you should do to make the money. Well, I mean, maybe we do need somebody behind us telling us what we should do to make the money. I mean, I'm certainly not against throwing on a tutu and, getting out there and shaking my rump shaker if it'll give me a few bucks. A few street corners around here, maybe. I digress. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to like, comment, share. Also, subscribe. Smash that little bell to get notified every time there's a new episode, which is pretty random, but for the most part, every morning, give or take. We'll see ya.